well, here's the process, right? So they come on, they pitch, we ask her questions, they edit it down. But when we agree to a deal, the first thing they have to do, they have to go and talk to the psychologist on the show, right? Because
whether we agree or we don't agree too.
Whether agree or don't agree, right? Just because they have to make sure we haven't scarred them for life. And then if they got a deal from, one guy fainted. You didn't get. Did they show? Did they hear that?
You know that feat when you're in a drum, troupe or whatever, and you're on the field and you lock your knees for 20 minutes, you pass out. This guy locked his knees on the set in the middle of a deal, and all of a sudden,
bam!
Boom! And I thought, ooh, bad deal.
Yeah, bad deal.
But some people who get a deal also, they go. A woman will go, I just got a deal with Mark Cuban. I'm a millionaire. I'm gonna go and poison my husband right now. So they have to talk to the shrink right after.
No, it's crazy. So, but anyway, so people understand the process. So after they talk to the shrink, they got a deal, then somebody who works for one of us, because we're on to shooting the next deal, we'll talk to them and discuss exactly what's going to happen, find out more about them, because there's really not an in-depth vetting process, right? There's no extreme vetting for the deals before they come on the show.
But what we're also asking,
Interesting choice of words.
we're all asking for the entrepreneur to sign something that they won't shop the deal, because that happens all the time.
Right, because
we made a deal, they shop around, get a better deal, and leave us.
Right, because everybody who's watching the show might think, oh, Mark or Barbara, Daymond, whoever got a good deal, I'll offer them a better deal for whatever reason. So, we have a no shop clause, and then we start. But the point being that the people behind us that have to do the work right when we agree to a deal go nuts sometimes, because they'll be like, they'll start asking, so what do you have for your accounting? And, they'll talk about the shoebox with all the receipts. So they have to do all the work, not us.
And they get to clean up the mess. So they're rolling their eyes like, why'd you have to do that deal? We hate you.
How often has it been, or has it ever been, where you made a deal in front of the cameras and then afterwards the vetting started taking place and it just didn't work out?
All the time.
Oh, yeah. Some people don't always, when you're in front of all those cameras and lights, you may be very optimistic about something like sales. Or who actually owns
There's
the
a lot
company.
of Shark Tank alternative facts.
Or were you ever in prison for 6 years? That kind of thing.
I would say, if you ask somebody, say, well, why did you tell me you owe the IRS $1 million? They said, why'd you ask?
I did a deal.
So you never know.
I did a deal this current season that already aired. I won't name the guy. And we went to start doing the due diligence and start asking all the questions. We couldn't get a hold of him, He was in jail. You just never know. Some of the craziest. I had another deal where we're doing the due diligence, and we started checking into, the person, one of the entrepreneurs, the founders, and her husband was one of these people who thought that paying income taxes was unconstitutional. And so he had never filed income taxes in his entire life. I'm like, who are they going to come after?
And then we did another deal that I don't think we ever closed on with those two older ladies. Remember that claimed they were a church, even though they sold a product and had never paid taxes? Remember those babes?
I remember those.
Oh, God.
But I think we're generally, I know I am, I think other shows, we're about 80% closing. But if you look at seasons 1 all the way up, we were at a lower amount of closing because the show wasn't well known, the quality of the deals weren't that great, and then the people who were casting the people, they didn't know what to ask. After they have seen 1,000 pitches, now they know
got smart.
what to ask. They have red flags.